Hello and welcome to Attila Total War. It has finally arrived, the wonderful new installment of the Total War game, which is surprisingly, I believe, a fairly solid game at launch, which has been a short while actually, I think, for since Empire. This is the second game I actually played online. The first one I did, someone either grossly overestimated his Saxons, or greatly underestimated my pikemen. But he ended up quitting more or less straight away. So this is the second game I played. This time I'm playing as, of course, the Huns, and I'm also against the Huns. It's going to be one of those little interesting games. I'm going to minimise when I pull this through a little bit. I have this quite up, so I use a lot of cav play naturally if I'm playing as the Huns. I have a lot of cav play, so a big minimap is good. And also, while I say this, it's probably the first time I've seen an adjustable minimap since I think Medieval 1 had it. I don't think Rome 1 had it. No, I can't remember. But anyway, it's a wonderful function. I'm glad they bring it back. And I'm going to say here straight off the back, you can see I'm in pretty much of a shithouse straight away because I completely misplaced or mismanaged my horse archers. They got caught up fairly quickly by all of the amount of tri-speed. The amount of tri-speed actually isn't that scary, probably the word I want to say, in terms of melee. Well, since I am horse archers, melee is the one thing I do not want to be in, despite the rank that I got. One thing I also have to be very careful is, as you can see here, he has sprung up his horse archers, which are man bows. Tier 1.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Might be them over there. Did manage to rout one of their units there as well, though, because they got horse archers here. I'm also going to have to pull back, sort of half spread out. If I keep moving, it also makes it a little bit harder for me to actually target quite smoothly. I do believe I put my burst throw in here in retreat into loose formation, just so arrows have a little bit less of threat. These guys have a very high armor arrow block. That's statistic anyway, so that's kind of useful. So when I came up here, I sort of had this bring up here. Not too sure why he did this. He seemed that to bring his general up was a good idea. Probably going to do a little bit more damage than his mountain bows, despite the numbers. The only bad thing about that is that's going to make me really want to target his general.
Given up and are running for their lives.
I believe that's going to be my other, yeah. It's a good start, as you can clearly see. We're being hit by some form of demoralizer here. This has been affected as well with these guys aren't. Possibly a chance of whistling arrows, so that's doing it. But you can see why they're sort of half infantry. I want to see if I can get my general right into here to engage with melee. Of course not. So also I don't want to have my general having to worry so much about coming to, because if I just try and give chase, I'm going to take a lot of damage, and also I have to be careful because he has a lot more cavalry than I do. And he's got a good deal of set of lances as well there, where his damage against other cavalry is going to be far superior to that of mine. So I'm going to have to try and play here, as you can see, very carefully with my spear infantry. Here. They're not going to give any chase to it. I know they're not going to come any more forward because they come and think I'm in safe this line. I'm going to charge, push up again as soon as he stops this line. They're going to have to try and do this. One thing he's had to worry about, I guess he's got shot cavalry here, knocking down shot cavalry, I guess. Something I've got to be kind of careful of, but again, I've got quite a strong set of spear line here in the front. Fun fact actually, from what I can see, apart from a few other bonuses, in terms of core statistics, the hunting spears here are about the same as the spear levy. I'm not too sure if he actually has anything here. No, he only has those 2 units. Wonderful. From this far out, I thought I'm going to try and use my archers to solely focus on their archers, because if I don't take out these guys, I am more or less stumped in any form of progression. As much as I'd love to kill the rest of the general, despite him only having 12 out of 40 left. Actually, what he got the actual warlord. I didn't get that, I got the mid-tier one. I can't remember what he actually is now, the steppy warlord. I was going to go for the steppy chieftain, I think it's the first one. But in this, I actually found a slight better use in doing this now. Why I chose him, I can't fully remember. But I remember while looking through the statistics, he was slightly better at something. I thought, okay, for one point, you can get the most basic general. But so I'm going to slowly sort of push up here. Got to be careful as well when I'm actually attacking, because as you can see, especially from his point of view, that he does have superior location. He's got the high ground. He's got a lot more cavalry. If I was him, I'd utilize these a lot more. Probably would have done a bit more for his bow cavalry and probably had even more cavalry again. Always probably sitting on this side of my army, because against 3 sides of cavalry, it's going to be a lot harder for me to try and deal with than going, okay, sending them all over there. So from here, my first action was bring my guys across here, and as you can see, get my horse cab up here, and I'd be trying to possibly get a few hits in here, or a few hits up here, while he's busy with his actual movement. Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, the Hun experience, I think, because they had excellent missile block and excellent armor, while one below them, despite having the same core, I think was only good on both of those. Not too sure. Kind of makes it worth it because they don't measure different cores. Oh, sorry, my voice is sounding slightly odd as well, as almost tradition to have it now is that I'm never 100% while doing a video, especially on the new game. So you can see here now, see it's all starting to split them up a little bit. I got these guys here to the right hand side just to help cover my horse archers, because I can see here he's got an abundance of melee cavalry that I do not want to be part of, so I kind of got these guys here to guard the left, and I'm going to keep these guys in the front just so they have a bit of flex where they may or may not come. Got to be kind of careful though, despite my Russian infantry actually doing surprisingly well against cavalry. Obviously the initial charge and the actual combat of it will nowhere near be as effective as the bonuses than actual experimentary. So that was something I also had to be careful of here. Most of it is just pure micromanaging of the horse archers as quick as they are dying. One thing that I take quite into consideration as well while setting out the horse archers is mainly the speed, missile damage and ammunition. That was the core thing that I focused on. And I kind of think that I kind of got myself a very good balance with all of that. It's why I believe I am quite heavily outperforming the mountain boats. I believe they are the second or possibly even the most, I was going to say cost effective, the cheapest bowman though. He had more than me, and a few of mine got wiped out up at the top here. I've done quite well. I actually don't know if they do most of them. He does quite well in time. Alright.
Ready for battle!
I was watching at them. Also, one thing that I'm quite skeptical at currently is because of the new release. A lot of the turtles tend to have very buggy replays, but so far this one is sort of holding pretty true, which is nice. I will say this game does seem to cut off slightly shorter because they got. I won't tell you. I'll show you. You'll see soon. I'll leave something for a little bit of suspense. I'm not really 100% sure what's happening here now, but. Well, you can see that we are surpassing their no, horse archers quite a bit. Having your main combat on this is also a bad idea. As you can see, I try and get. Well, they're not really that spread, but they are not as clumped up as them. Because even if I do miss the ones that I'm targeting at, you've got another unit overlapping. So one may miss that unit, but hit the other unit, sort of thing. So, pretty standard thing suddenly occur. If you wish to take a look at the turn off right. Now that is our horse archers done. Wonderful, I can breathe. Except from I have now 0 to that ammunition on my archers. I'm not too sure how aware he is of this. The thing I'm going to game for currently is the shock cavalry, because that's going to be something which can or will even have a devastating blow against me. I'm pinning skin off those little things here, but it's going to be one of those things. I'll figure it one day.
The enemy are ambushing us!
It's an ambush, probably the guys appear also. I don't think. Oh no, there he is. I don't know if you can see his general or not, but. One thing I will quickly say, actually, I want to pause this. I've actually not seen the scurry spears before. Alright, kind of cool. Thick ass mustache though. Wonderful. Okay, now we are. I say attacking. I was gonna march to attack, but as I noticed he's bringing all these spear units forward, I didn't want to go up this big little ridge here. This big little ridge. Because if we manage to get into engaged with melee here, this is where I'm going to be like, okay, I'm not going to have much of anything up here. So here I'm just going to try and push up here to see if I can possibly either hold back or feign coming against all of this cavalry here, or even possibly to bay them. So I'd rather get rid of the cavalry before the melee hits rather than after. Or me and vice versa. I wanted to see if moving up my cavalry here would be any form of pressure against any of them. One thing I had to be careful of though, because I didn't know if any troops were hidden, if there was like a little ridge or something here, say, because you can't see a lot. So that's one thing that I had to be very skeptical of. It's probably one of those little things I probably want to say. So not much here. It's probably could have been wise also if I wanted to. I could have just thrown up these horse archers, just have a quick scout, nothing's going on, combat down, sort of thing. But if I move in unison, it does give it more of a actual embodiment of force. So it's kind of one of those little plays. They got Ruse later. Right, we're going to send this up here, see what they can do. If worst comes to worst, I'll get out and even provide all this cavalry in here. But come to the point, it's like, okay, I got a bit of range on the left, and I think some of their guys start popping up in a second. So I thought, might as well get a few shots in, do as much damage as I can with their armor, and then just use these as sort of quick hit cavalry regiments. So basically the idea was that was to get around behind somewhere and hit to the general. Obviously seeing this relatively quick, I wanted to pull these guys more or less straight back, so I didn't know what they can do with them. Again, they pulled them back, so okay, going up and around. I did try several times to do the campaign. If you hold shift and do a movement order, you can personally map the direction of walking, which is very nice, but as far as I'm aware, since I tried it, you cannot do that online. Oh, my voice is dying again. As you can see here, he's got some of his steppy cataracts marching, or I should say trotting along the right hand side. So with my archers, I thought I'm going to try and get several freebies if possible. In wedge formation though, so with that their movability, as you can see, just turning around is a lot slower. However, once they line up, I probably do not want to be standing around for too long. Not too sure why he's only on single walk press to march. There you go, he decided to take them off now for that extra movability. I doubt he will try and attack me, because as you can see here, I moved up some of my spears trying to hold it. They're going to be there just like, you're not going to charge me. I know you're not. I'm going to use the rest of my ammunition here to try and get as much as I can. Talking about these, I have some of these up here, I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to touch on that now. Basically what I'm doing now is bringing up my my core melee infantry just sort of around a little bit. My general's a good fighter, he's got a bit extra rank on him in there as well, and I got some spirits here. Also, I'm not going to forget about these guys here, but they're kind of staying here just in case his cavalry do come from this way. But I got these ones here to do the, I guess, core damage.
A unit's ammunition is spent, and it can no longer fire.
Yeah, you know, that amount of ammo these guys pulling back. Actually, it did almost take down 50% of the units, which is really good. Oh yeah, that's these guys. These guys actually some form or throwing, which is very nice. Coming down into melee of these guys, I think my guys do have some rank, and some of their tribe people are very, well, they're very damaged units. So I'm going to try and hit into here. I got an abundance of men compared to them. Sprung on the rally just to keep the old morale and everything all tip top. I was going to send these guys down here. I am still sending them down here, but yeah, good. I'm pretty sure I did change them. Here, as you can see, I'm starting to change again. The guy's actually throwing a few spears in the over a shoulder, which is very nice. You can do some extra damage before that actual core melee does begin. Here now, it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to be have to be kind of careful, because I got my guys here, as you can see, they're going to try and... Oh god, I actually did not realise that in game, that those spears did so much damage. But okay, wow. I was very lucky on my part, I guess. Like, I have my general there in melee as well. My general still actually got top men. I actually am mildly surprised about that, so I'm not going to dedicate myself too much to any form or whatever I had there. Like, most of it's gone now, so I can reform actual core melee. I got my spears up here though, just seamless to get into the shock cavalry. Really got to be careful with my spear infantry just that little bit, purely because of he's got a lot of his spears coming down. If I engage two men against his spears and his cavalry like that, it's probably going to be one of those things where I'm really not losing more men. War's going to rush the general, as you can see, but these guys here, I'm not going to devote all of my cavalry to that. So I think I'm currently just sort of holding my cavalry down a little bit. On that, a few spears here will charge. Yeah, that'd be... These guys here, the hunting spears can actually hold off for as long as they need to, which is a bit sad, I guess, for what I really wanted from the battle, but as you can see here now, it's just going to turn into one of those little... I'm going to wrap on here and I'm going to try and hit that general. But here is where the core fighting really did take place. I'm going to come in just a little bit here, because I haven't watched any actual fighting properly, especially I haven't seen horse against man, so like the march of the Kuwiki. But coming back out, as you can see here now, I managed to hold up the rest of his reinforcing, some of his reinforcing spear units here with my sword melee infantry. Come down here though with my general and also with my cavalry. Came around and hit his general pretty hard inside. Didn't really worry too much about using my general, since he had like 9 men. Rest units here also didn't need them in the battle, so I'm going to hit them to the back right here. Yeah, they're going to spear units, it's pretty relatively bad idea. But in the day, it's disrupted the lines a bit. They've been hitting the flanks, so it's going to have a bit of a morale shock. There you go, even more horses coming in here again. Here it's going to be one of those times when George High and me were just sort of killing these guys. And these guys can join the battlefield. I'm pretty sure I just get these guys, but you know what, there's no need to be in there, they're going to be there eventually. So I think, so I thought, because these guys here are apparently winning, these guys are doing it. upgrades. I'm taking everything to fight here. I don't really want to keep my general dedicated to the melee for so long, purely because we don't need fighting through units. But by the looks of it, there we go. This is where I'll be bringing power over now. But as you can see, we've got these units here pretty damn surrounded. Coming over here though, this is actually right there. Notice I'm losing the battle quite a bit because they're both exhausted. I'm not too sure why we're at such a down point then in that battle. But with this here, this also even turn around a little bit. There we go. That's basically what happens. The game forwards was like, okay, he's probably going to quit. But I'm glad now that we can get video out of people quitting. So, I've been Carpus. Probably not the best display of battle yet, but I like to think that was a good battle, especially for what I'm glad this is my first proper game. But I hope you enjoyed it. I've been Carpus, and there is also more Attila to come.